Hello, my Vibe Tribe. Welcome to the Daily Vibe. It is Friday. Today is Friday. It's Friday. If you work a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, you have made it through the week. If that isn't your jam, then it's Friday. Happy Friday. Oh God, let's hope the giggles stay today, okay? So I'm gonna wait a few moments for people to get on, and how is everybody today? I promised you a jammy day, so it is jammy day. I had a cat in my lap earlier, and these are very warm pajamas because they're knit, but hi, kitty cat. Thanks, Pixel. But how is everyone today? I think I asked that already. I hope everybody is doing well. Like I said, I'm still waiting for a few moments to see if anyone's going to jump on, but it's been quite the week, hasn't it? I am vibing so much higher today. So I want to thank everybody for hanging in there this week during the vibes. I know I was not at my shiniest. I do my best. I do my best every day. But sometimes my best is not always the greatest. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this prepped so I can... I'm trying to get this prepped for everybody because I have a very wonderful quote I want to share this morning, but it's on my computer because it was kind of a last minute thing. So anyways, here we go. Go with the flow Friday. People are often unreasonable, irrational, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are successful, you will win some unfaithful friends and some genuine enemies. Succeed anyway. If you are honest and sincere, people may deceive you. Be honest and sincere anyway. What you spend years creating, others could destroy overnight. Create anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, some may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today will often be forgotten. Do good anyway. Give the best you have, and it will never be enough. Give your best anyway. In the this is the first time I'm actually reading this like all the way through. So in the final analysis, it is between you and God. It was never between you and them anyway. Mother Teresa. It's a very profound woman. I say this from my own self. I don't care who your higher power is. She is magnificent. She is magnificent. Very selfless. And people will say, oh, well, she just wanted attention. Oh, she wanted this. No, this was her life calling. She knew her life purpose, and her life purpose meant giving up everything to help the needy, because that's what she wanted to do. I don't know a lot about her. I probably should. I was raised very Catholic, as I've mentioned in the past, but, I think no matter what your belief system is, no matter who your higher power is, this is so perfect, because so many times, we're afraid of being successful. What if something comes out? What if somebody judges me? I had a lot of irrational fears because of trauma, and trauma will make you believe that things are not as they could be or as they should be. Trauma has a way, or actually anything, okay? I'm not going to focus on that today. I want to focus on the fact that the ego will always try to protect you, but it's not protecting you for the better. It's protecting you to keep you locked away, to keep you in your shell, to keep you, just hidden away from the world, and I think what this quote was trying to say is that don't worry about other people. This is the perfect example of what other people think of you is not your business anyways. It says in the end, in the final analysis, it is between you and God or your higher power. It was never between you and them anyways. Don't worry about the thems. Okay, don't worry about the people. I wish I knew more about her when I was younger, because this quote would have been perfect for what I talked about on Tuesday when I felt totally, I felt very dejected. And it hurt and it was sad, but this quote is amazing. This quote is so amazing. It says so much in just that little tiny paragraph. I mean, it truly, truly does. I actually found this quote this morning. I was just online looking for a positive quote for my list that I share with baby sibling and one of my other favorite people in Arizona, and I found this, and I actually wanted to verify that it was hers. And it turns out that the original quote that I had seen, the original paragraph, was not the full thing. It started at, if you are kind, people may accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. But what it missed was people are often unreasonable, irrational, and self-centered. Forgive them anyways. That was not on that quote. So I'm glad I went to fact check it, because you know what? Now we get the whole thing. We get the whole thing. And I want to read it one more time just to really help it sink in. People are often unreasonable, irrational, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are successful, you will win some unfaithful friends and some genuine enemies. Succeed anyway. If you are honest and sincere, people may deceive you. Be honest and sincere anyway. When you spend years creating, others could destroy overnight. Create anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, some may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today will often be forgotten. Do good anyway. Give the best you have, and it will never be enough. Give your best anyway. In the final analysis, it is between you and God or your higher power. It has never been between you and them anyway. And again, that was from Mother Teresa. In fact, the quote I actually found to share with my girls this morning, like I said, they're two of my favorite Arizona ladies, and one of them is on right now. Good morning, Victoria. I love you so much. It says, if we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten we belong to each other. And we really do. We all belong to each other. There's so much stuff happening in the world right now. There's so much negativity, and I mean, it is like the perfect storm for anxiety. But I think it really is that we've forgotten we belong to each other. We have taken sides. We have chosen sides. And we've given them labels and we've given them names. And I think there's nothing really wrong with having a certain way that you believe. But I think there should always be room left for listening. There should always be a space in there where everybody can meet without fighting. Somewhere in the middle, somewhere where, discussions can be had, where people reach out to each other and say, hey, you know what, we may not agree, but I'm going to shake your hand because you know what, I know that outside of what your certain belief system is, you are probably an amazing human being. And we forget that. We forget, what the core of us is. We label ourselves with parties or with, belief systems, religions, and all these things. And, I mean, people often label me in certain ways because of my own beliefs. But to be honest with you, I don't really fall under a label. I mean, unless eclectic isn't a label, then I really don't fall under a label. Because whatever feels right is what I think. Whatever feels right to me is, what I try to express. It's like the quote, again, here it is. The presence of love will always cast out fear. Well, that's like Mother Teresa said. We've forgotten that we belong to each other, and it's been replaced in the middle with this fear. So people over here and people over here don't want to meet here because they're afraid. But what are we afraid of? That someone might convince us that maybe what we're thinking may not necessarily be on track. And I'm not talking about, one side versus the other. I mean, together. Or are we afraid that, we might get along? Are we afraid that if somebody sees us having coffee with somebody who disagrees with our own personal beliefs, that, they might judge us? Who cares? It's not about them. It's about you. It's about you and how you feel and, what you want in this life. And it really is about stopping the fear and learning to live free. You know, who cares what other people think? That has been my biggest obstacle, what people think. You know, I I talked about being single in the past. Yes. And one of the things I always thought is, I mean, people say, well, why don't you do this or why don't you do that? And it's like, well, who's going to want this? Right? I mean, that's my view. That's my fear. My fear was to hold on to this weight because I was afraid of being intimate with somebody when that time does come, because of all the things I've been through in the past. And now I'm working through that. And now I'm like mentally just trying to heal that bit that is left, because you know what? I think these walls we put up, they're ridiculous. They really are. And even my wall was ridiculous. When I think about all the things I may have missed in my life, it kind of makes me sad. I mean, I know that everything happens for a reason. I know that I am exactly where I'm meant to be in this world, but at this moment, but sometimes you can't help but look back and think, well, what if? But maybe that's the point. Maybe the point is to not think about the what ifs. You are here right now. You are in this moment. Okay? It's not just about living for the day. It's about living each moment. I mentioned this before. We always talk about how tomorrow is not promised. Well, the next hour is not promised. The next minute is not promised. I mean, we hear these stories on the news or from people where it's like, oh my God, they just up and had a heart attack and died. Or, they walked across the street and got hit by a car. Or, they just didn't wake up one morning. It's all those little moments. One moment you're just stepping into your day, and it may not be there in that next moment. So that's why we have to live for each moment. It's not always easy. It is going to be hard. And when I say it's going to be hard when you're not having the freshest of days. Like I said, people with a dinged up mental health aren't the only people that have bad days. Everybody has a bad day. But people with a dinged up mental health sometimes have a little bit harder of a time getting back on track. They have a little bit more of a, harder time just kind of finding that balance. But you know what? It's okay. Because whether you have a dinged up mental health or whether you don't, we all go through the same things. Okay? We all have to find our way to figure out how to make each moment worth living. The last 3 or 4 days have been very topsy-turvy for me. And when I say topsy-turvy, I mean like, I feel like my whole world was literally turned upside down this week. So for the metaphysical people watching this, I can blame it on retrograde. But in a way, it's almost like a full moon, right? The full moon is about releasing. And I don't want to lose anybody here, but it's really about release. What shadow work do you have to do? What do you have in your past that's hiding in the dark that you need to heal and bring into the light? Or bring into the light and then heal. And those are the things that I needed. And I think there was just this big battle going on between my heart and my brain this week about, you got to trust me. No, I don't want to. You got to trust me. No, I don't want to. You got to trust me. No, I don't want to. And meanwhile, I'm just like, what the hell is going on? Okay, see my friend Jessica. Hello, Canada. Oh, Canada. She's been struggling this week too, but it's like because even sibling yesterday, she asked me, she's like, are you okay? She's all, well, is there anything I can do to help you? And one of the reasons, or no, I'm sorry, that was from a whole different thing. I actually told her this morning that I want to take her out to breakfast because she has been so patient with me this week. And I really think that that's important, because when she asked me if there's anything I can do, I told her no. I said, for me, retrograde or full moons or whatever, it feels like I'm these little bits of metal and there's a magnet above my head just pulling everything to the top to deal with, and a lot of times, if you're not a person that believes in these things, just keep a journal for, you know, for a while. And then if you hear someone say retrograde again, go back and think, oh my God, did that happen to me during that time? Or if you hear someone mention a full moon, it's like, oh my God, did that happen to me? You know, I'm not here to convince you to believe what I believe. I'm just sharing my experiences with you, because I think no matter what you believe, not feeling alone in it feels better. I mean, I don't want any of my friends to struggle, but I'm grateful knowing I'm not the only one doing that this week. I'm grateful I'm not the only one who's been going like, what the fuck has been happening? You know, so that being said, again, I'm going to post the Mother Teresa quote in the Facebook Live comments and on Shelbellinthemoment.com under State of Mind under that post. But, you know, just take your time, breathe, okay? You know, there are two different methods you can use. You can breathe into the count of 4, exhale through the count of 4. Or you can breathe in, oh, actually there's 3. Or you can breathe into the count of 4, exhale to the count of 8, which is what I do. Or you can breathe into the count of 8 and exhale to the count of 8. And a lot of times, all it's really doing is helping you refocus your mind. You're focused so much on counting that you're not focusing so much on what is just driving you mad, you know, driving you nuts. So go out there, live your day. Like Mother Teresa says, you know, I'm going to read the last parts of each sentence, but forgive them, be kind, succeed, create, be honest and sincere, be happy, do good, give your best, and never, ever worry about what somebody else thinks of you. It's hard not to, I know. Okay, like I said, that has been my life goal, is to make everybody love me. But I realize not everybody is going to subscribe to my life. Okay, not everybody's going to love me. Just like I don't love everybody. I know, right? Hard to imagine someone who's this positive not loving somebody else. But I do show compassion. You know, there are people in my life that are no longer in my life, and it does make me sad, but I show compassion for them. And sometimes that's hard, but it is growth. Okay. So Jessica says she's waiting for her notary. Wow, really? She needs documentation from 20 years ago. I have to admit, next month my notary will expire. I do not miss it. I do not miss the classes. In California, it is so freaking hard to be a notary. I mean, 8-hour classes. You have to pass with somebody staring at you from the state, making sure you're not cheating. It is, oh man, it is craziness. But it was fun while I did it. I admit it was fun. But, so I am sending her, and if anybody else is watching this, send her some good vibes, okay? That this gets taken care of ASAP so she can get her notary. Because waiting to find out if you passed a notary test is like waiting to find out if you're graduating college. I mean, I'm sure it's not that great because it's not 4 years worth, but it is literally, you're like clicking. And to be honest, they just email it to you. And it's so random when they email it. You know, I mean, they say, well, it'll take X amount of days. And then it's like 10 days after that. So anyways, good luck to you, my friend. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful Friday, a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Think about what was said today during Go With The Flow Friday. This is an excellent paragraph. It's an excellent quote. And maybe for the weekend, the challenge can be not, you know, doing your best to not worry about what somebody else says to you, or not, I mean, not says to you, but thinks about you. Like I said, it is hard. It is hard. And it is not for the faint of heart. But once you get used to it, you start thinking, well, you know what? That's okay. Not everybody's going to chill with my vibe. And if they don't want to chill with my vibe, then maybe they're just not meant to be in my life anyway. So there you go. But, you know, give everybody a chance, okay? Because you never know. Sometimes people are just scared and shy. I'm very shy sometimes. Hard to see now, but put me in a crowded room and see how many people I talk to. I will literally reach out to the quietest person in the room just because I don't want to feel alone. So, again, knock today out of the park, guys. All right. Thank you for watching. I hope everybody has a great day and a great weekend. And I will see you back here 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Facebook Live is public for Monday stuff, right? Monday stuff. And thank you, Jessica. You too. And I'm sending you lots of hugs as well. Have a great day, everyone.